You have a debt. You're not fun anymore.
What do you want?
How about peace? How does peace strike the esteemed retired 40k channel? How about we just don't kill each other? How about you stay on your lane, kick up your feet, seek no quarrel with us, and we have none with you. See that we all want the same thing? Alright. Here's the deal I know you can trust. I'll settle your debt with the fans. Keep them off your back. Keep your boy safe. That's really all you want, isn't it? So what do you say?
No.
About time.
Psst, ad time.
Come back here, you little fuck! You will watch this ad, and you're gonna fucking like it! Welcome, brothers. If you want to support me, here are my platforms so your name will be in the Hall of Fame. Or you can join my social platforms like my Discord where I'm highly active. And finally, if you haven't done so, please consider leaving a like and subscribe. Or if you hate me, leave a comment and a dislike. I know you skip this ad and you will get shot.
Heretic.
And let's get back to the video.
I have returned once again.
My powers have doubled since the last time we met, Count.
You mean since last week?
But this time, this is more of a remake of my previous videos, although combining all those videos into one.
A weapon such as this can't be rushed.
Or in other words, I'm making for those who are a little bit lazy to look it up for themselves, you know, that kind of stuff. Then again, it's typical seeing VTubers to be like this. Always high energy for videos and streams, but can't be fucked to do research. Ironic. Is that right, Yum Yum?
I don't know.
Now, for those who can handle my VTuber content, then you are a strong lad.
Have mercy. Please.
There is no mercy.
And for those who have an ADHD problem, then you can leave.
Get out of my house!
This is the strong attention span gang, where people are able to wait, unlike you.
He's not getting to the point.
Shut the fuck up!
Stop fucking crying, bitch!
VTubers are the artificial creatures that we see. Usually female, 2D-esque view, model-wise, unless you have upgrades on yourself in 3D, aka VR chat with full body, high-pitched voice, and most of the time playing a character or pretending to care. Did you know that the majority of VTubers are female, but also very autistic? Stats prove that is the case.
Seems real fishy, huh?
Anyways, how do VTubers ruin 40k, you say? Two things: knowledge and experience. They are not necessary things, but they are important, especially when you want to keep track of things when GW does a little fuck up. You see, how often do people come in, look into the old 40k codexes and the old 40k stuff, as in like, oh, let's just say they entered 10th edition and they think that it was cool, and then go look at the old stuff. That kind of shit. I would say not that many. And a lot more don't even fucking care.
We do not care.
So now, compare that to the people looking into what Games Workshop has done in the last 5 to 6 years. Most likely, the audience either doesn't care or they don't pay attention. Same goes with VTubers. I've been into this hobby like since 8th edition. But look, I don't say this as a mark of authority or anything, but more of you guys to understand where I began my journey. Same story as everybody else. Got into the hobby, learned a couple things, and the more I looked around after years later, and the more I learned, the worse it got.
Behold, my stuff.
You see, when you go and see controversies happen, you go and see, you know, certain things when it comes to lore and all that, etc. And then years later, you just look back into it, you look at all the stuff that is happening, you'll see there's a lot more than it meets the eye. You know, from the passion, from the artworks, from the stuff that was happening before, and it's just repeating itself and etc, etc. And people, unironically, think Infinite and Divine was the best novel ever written.
Wow, this
is garbage. You actually like this?
Clearly, you have never, ever read or played 3rd edition Necrons.
Oh, I just read them a bit. I just think they were just being fucking silly.
Shut the fuck up. Let me guess, you got that opinion from your friend? You got that opinion from a YouTuber? You got that opinion from your fans or anything? Wow, why I'm not shocked why you don't even look at it for yourself. Always relying on other people's opinions than checking it for yourself. Same old story. Like, you will notice the older codexes had a lot more to share. You see, Games Workshop did some shitty things which happened even recently. But all that, to a certain extent, doesn't really matter because, in Nellop's terms, they are special. They are so dumb and so emotional, they will cope whenever they can and not argue the points directly. Just like many other times, many other controversial topics that I brought about. But, look, let's pretend this is just purely new, since you're not gonna look into it, guys, unless you want some thick glasses to look around. Now, with knowledge and experience, you will get people who join into 40k and they will be misled, from who you will say? Ah, yes, the 40k lore channels. Or more or less the fans that are just so hyped up and shit. Like, why I'm not surprised?
I watched the podcasts on the Nellop or Gabza or some other reliable channels.
Okay, that's good and all, but have you consider reading the codexes yourself, you little lazy beach whale, and have a ground to stand on than to rely on YouTubers' opinion? No? Oh, why I'm not surprised that it's coming from you. So if you don't know what you're doing or knowing in general about 40k and its controversies, then it's easier for Games Workshop to change the lore or change certain things you didn't know until it's too late. Like, you wouldn't know much about the Custodians controversy, where GW adds a female like it was nothing. But because you don't have the fundamental knowledge to look into or have some fundamental ground evidence to stand on, then you're just getting played like a fucking doll. There's a difference between reading a book than to watching a video passively. When you read a book, or, I'll be a little bit leeway on this one, on an audiobook, you actually pay attention, you actually read the stuff or listen to the stuff you're hearing. But when it comes to a video, let's be honest, most of the time, people will just put a video on their second screen while they're playing fucking like Fortnite or some shit, right? I'm just giving you like an example. Or they just have it on their phones while they're doing their little chores as a little bit of a passing time because apparently I just sound good or just for whatever other reasons. And that's why I will say for this chapter, and I'll mention it more on the next couple of chapters and just to expand on it. And that's why when you go and look at VTuber like reaction content or VTubers playing like, you know, games that are just popular when it was relaunched, aka Space Marine 2 and all that. When you look at them, you don't look at them as in like, oh wow, this is someone who's genuinely into the hobby or anything. No, you've never seen them before. They just popped out of nowhere and then started pretend they're like some fucking fans. Or they are newcomers that somehow they pretending this thing of, wow, this 40k thing is so awesome and all that, you know, all that kind of shit, right? And then you never ever see them doing anything 40k related ever again.
Curious.
Oh, absolutely the fuck not!
First things first, and before I get to my second point, I honestly do not understand how people do not get this.
It's a simple fucking concept.
It's simple, really.
And yet people in this room temperature IQ just don't get it at all. Play along to get along is essentially playing nice with your audience. It is your audience that dictates your channel because you're playing along with them. And you don't want them to hurt their feelings either, or else it will just ruin your business and all that, etc. Okay, let's give some examples. Okay, not giving your honest opinion because it might hurt the audience feelings and you might lose money. Instead of telling a mentally ill friend to go and actually go therapy and there's something wrong with them, you instead comfort them because they are playing along with their mental illness. That's it! If people still don't get this at all, then you're so fucking dumb. You are in depth of having an IQ level. Like that fucking hole in your brain is way more lower than the depths of Hades. That's how bad it is.
Please don't call me dumb. You're just being rude to me and hurting my feelings. Dirty birdie. I don't like your attitude.
1 Timothy 2 verse 12. And I do not permit a woman to teach or have authority over a man, but to be in silence. Or in Nellop's words, woman, shut the fuck up. Now to my point. How does this ruin Warhammer 40k? Well, if you play along to get along, it does have another element that it comes with it, and that is toxic positivity. Toxic positivity is such a sickness that it should not be a thing at all. That's why you see 40k channels being so quote-unquote nice, because they have this mindset of if there's no such thing as drama or controversy, because all they can think about is having fun. Negativity is not allowed here in the 40k community, so be positive, kids. You can also say it's a sim mentality. Of course, there's many other things that will be equally correct as this. Like as an example, the boiling frog syndrome, where you don't notice the problem until it's too late. aka the female custodians, and there were too many boss bitches, but apparently that's not the problem, so I might as well go fuck myself. Barak, Lewitton, Aurelia Temperance, 40k Bones, Major Kill, Wes Hammer, Matara Khan. You're next on the line, you little bitch. Christian Vaughn, the Pontiers, Arundel, and so many other more that I added for shitpost, or a legit point, or just to fuck with you. Have fun finding it out. Like, think of this, right? The biggest contender when it comes to these 40k channels or newcomers, it is essentially controversies. How much do you know, and how much are you avoiding said controversies until it's safe to do so? I would say controversies are so important because you know where people are standing and who are they supporting. That's why there's a list like Chainsword. Yes, I know, buzzwords, but at least you know who they are and who are they supporting. But I would say it's what Games Workshop is allowing to have these people into their hobby as well. I did make a video about it, so have fun watching that one on your own time. So when you combine them all together, whether from a 40k channel or a newcomer 40k channel, this counts with VTubers, yes, if you haven't been paying attention right now. Toxic positivity plays a vital role when it comes to criticism. If you're not allowed to criticize, you're not allowed to have a look in the past of the 40k lore, or have your own opinion that the majority will just most likely disagree, then disagreements that 40ks don't like are not welcomed. If there's no criticism, there is no care. There is no passion, and especially no one gives a fuck other than just say good stuff and move on. I know Arundel is one of them, since my last encounter. A very poor debater as well, I would say. And yes, obviously Lum Lum. She didn't like my criticism about her either. Weak fucking bitches. I start to notice a pattern, ladies and gentlemen. I wonder what it is. Stop! I've hit the grimdark topic many times, but I will articulate as much as I can from this video. The main question people generally struggle to answer is what Warhammer 40k is. Some say it's grimdark because they're being told from a different YouTuber. They say it's so crazy and stupid and it's funny and satirical because they got it from a mate that was just memeing so much. Or the opposite, where it's just serious, crazy, and dark, and the models are amazing, and etc. And I will say from all that, it used to be, but is no longer the case. Especially the grimdark element. This is why understanding and knowing what you're talking about is very important. But then again, most people, and especially you that is watching this, do not know how to read.
Oh wait, I can't read.
If you compare between the codexes, like the Modern 1 in 10th edition and let's just say 3rd edition, they are not even close to what they are showing. Where you look in the old codex, it actually shows the grimdark. It shows the full scale and the desperation of the battle. Yeah, it's a little bit metal and all that, like we can't avoid that. But it actually shows you it is a cool universe. Compared to a new one right here, it's all about this individual character trying to do the rule of cool. Like these codexes, the way they are designed, they are made like it's a novel, not as a codex. They're not showing you this is a massive battlefield. It's so desperate and all that. Compared to the old ones. You see the official animations? What the fuck? Warhammer for kids? Really? What? Wait, I thought this was grim dark. Funko Pops? Merch? Like, what the fuck is this? Hopefully you get what I mean. So my point here, if it's meant to be grimdark, serious, gritty, desperate, then why do these VTubers like this ruin that contrast?
That defies shall be cut down in sweets.
Can I get an amen?
No.
Hello, everyone.
Goodbye. Anyways, if you want to start...
Oh, is the Emperor our daddy? Stop! A lot of the videos that explain the lore don't really have any, like, images. It's just, like, a person talking about it. And I'm like, I want images with my lore reading, you know?
Stupid.
Whoa, that's so cool! Wow!
Shut the fuck up.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I want to go to war! A purge of the heretics!
I'm feeling a little manly, I'm not gonna lie, I like it.
I'll crump with you, sweetie pie.
Clearly, this is like a really crazy monster. By its coloring, it looks like it could maybe belong to Cringe, right? Because of the eye. I know like all the eye insignia and like the purple and the stuff, but I don't know what makes him so bad.
I just want to talk to him.
Wait, why do you have a shotgun?
I just want to talk to him.
Dad, this is ridiculous.
I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him.
It is not his fault.
I just want to shoot him.
Making sure not to slip and get boo-boos. I will stand forth and conquer.
It's making me cringe, guys.
Hear me out and let me cook. I do understand the elements of entertainment is one thing, but respecting the lore. Ah, yeah, lore. Like canon even exist in the first place. Funny. But respecting the lore is another thing. You can have your cake and eat it, but if you only think that entertainment is the only thing you care, then I would know for a fact you don't give a shit. Like, why should someone show this high-pitched voice, colorful, saturated look, having this memified, funny haha kind of look compared to what 40K is? Like, it just feels off. But also, I just look at it and I see it like, yeah, you don't give a shit. You're just here to milk 40K content and then leave when it's dried. And just in case, if there's fucking idiots just gonna ask me this.
Why, you don't like funny, you depressed little shit?
I'm not saying funny ha-has are the main problem. I'm saying too much overused, memed, funny, comedic relief. It's a little too much, don't you think? And I'm not saying it should be depressive like it's a fucking Lewitton-esque contrast, but I'm saying there should be balance.
Perfectly balanced. This whole thing should be.
Alright, let's give it a different example with a completely different IP. Let's just say, me. Genuinely looking to God of War. Started from 2018 Kratos, and then just went backwards and looked into the old God of War Kratos. From emulator games, the comics, and more, compared to someone who just watched a 20-minute video from Captain Cuba or some shit, or some other God of War content creator, and now they're thinking they know what God of War is, even though they've never played a game in their life. Like, you see where I'm going with this? Like, there's a difference between someone who actually got into the game a little bit casually, and there's someone who got really deep into it, compared to someone who just looked at it and they're like, oh, yeah, it's alright. Yeah, I'm a fan of God of War. Like, honestly, I could make a video about God of War, but I know confidently it wouldn't be surprising for people to not watch. What they want is being brain dead and watch some funny shit. It could be either Space King or just some other 40K stuff.
Yeah, what do we go to? What do we? Don't talk like that.
Like, you can say some casuals might come into the hobby a little bit casually. I mean, no shit, but again, it comes back to intention. Are you genuinely interested into this? Or are you just here for some other malicious intent? And I think most of the time, when there's this new wave of audience coming in, it is usually with malicious intent. Ooh, there's a little bit more traction over here where I can just get more money. Yay! Nope, does that mean that most 40K channels are shields? Do you just have my video on the side and you just heard this part of the video now and now you just want to comment and think you know everything? Shut the fuck up and keep playing. This is why I am heavily critical with people like this. Yes, fun. Yes, interest. But when it comes to talk about you know, the lore and the tabletop and discuss it with genuine interest and all that. Do you know what I hear when I was still around in the hobby? Oh, I got my lore for the memes. I got this from 40K channel. He's just funny. Haha. They get it from the games. It's all funny ha-has where they barely even scrap the barrel to even understand or comprehend what they are talking about. Obviously, they rely so heavily on 40K lore channels like it's their primary source. Nah, bitch! The primary source is in the codexes or novels, not YouTube channels. UIQ equates to someone using a wheelchair while being upside down. Actually, come to think of it, there's a little story that I remember. And there was a comment a while ago, and it was from my old VTuber video. Like, if I can find the comment, good. If I can't, then I'll go fuck myself. But essentially, the whole topic was, she was just telling me I wasn't making good points. I had to scrape so much of my shitpost, and she doesn't really understand where I'm coming from. Which her points were fucking invalid as shit, aka not an argument. She'd even look at the other videos that connect with each other, why I'm not surprised. And then I go look onto their channel after that, and their videos was nothing but infinite and divine.
Wow, this is garbage. You actually like this?
How can I take someone seriously who reads Infinite and Divine, especially from 5th edition Special Forces Necron yee-ass haircut looking ass?
But Nellop, many VTubers respect the lore from YouTube channels.
Oh yeah? This goes for every VTuber in my sight. Where's your message against female custodians? Where's the message against GW? Where is the talking about that fateful day where all the animators and 3D artists fell under the GW's grip back in 2020? Where's the fucking callouts of retcons and GW's actions? Oh, I'm sorry. There's also even recent retcons, recent actions that GW's doing, but none of you are doing that. Where the fuck are those, you little shit? Answer me! Hey guys, just let the YouTube channel make the opinion for you, since thinking is that hard, isn't that, my dear viewer? Magic Cure makes 40K good content and I like him. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. So VTubers are parasites. They come in, trash things like it's 8th edition all over again, and leave when it's all dried up. Wow, what a nice memory to be fun with. This all started with Bricky. You see, the VTuber intrusion, or invasion if you want to call it, it wasn't because they looked at something and they're like, I want to hop into it, and then they just start spreading and all that. No. It wasn't out of curiosity or anything like that. It all started because of Bricky. Thank you, dickhead. I appreciate your efforts to make this IP fall harder than it is. Let me shake your hand. Let me shake your hand. You see, I've made a video about him, but I will show it here of who Bricky is and what he supports.
Games Workshop has gone woke. First time, Bricky has gone woke. I mean, same kind of deal, right? If this response to all of this is surprising, then you did not watch my content whatsoever.
Interesting. You might as well say, it's an association fallacy. Well, is it? Is it really? When VTubers collabing with Bricky, and most likely knowing what he does in 40K. Keep this in mind, it's not just some random VTubers doing random things, they just met him once and then they dip. This is essentially VTubers that collabed with Bricky over and over again on 40K subjects. It all starts off, oh, I saw this Bricky guy, and it all goes down and it just spreads all over. What's this?
Today I discovered Warhammer 40K, and I'll never come back unchanged.
Mods, we're fucked. Then again, to be fair, we're at the shore. We're just seeing the ship sinking, so that's fucking funny.
Look around you, Athena. The world stands in ruin. What good is your message?
As I mentioned in my old VTuber video, VTubers are the new gang that will come to 40K and ruin it. They barely know 40K, they barely know what GW is, and what they have done. Fuck, not even knowing the controversies. and they just let people talk to them and tell everything positive about 40k, because who wants to hear the negative stuff? Really? That would just be bad for the brand and the fans and all that. Even though GW doesn't give a fuck, but hey ho.
We do not care.
You know what? Might as well play along to get along with the audience and just hear positive stuff. Or even more accurately, just sucking 40k dry, or not giving a shit at all, there's one of those, until you move on to the next IP that becomes popular.
Suck this Earth planet dry!
So I'm just making a statement here, as I done like in my previous VTuber video, but I'll just change a couple of things, but it will just be mainly the same thing. With less shitpost, of course. I do not mind if you want to have a conversation and debate with me in the voice chat. I'm open arms if you want to come up and prove me wrong. And if you have what it takes, then go for it, man. Like, I have more respect for those who actually get in voice chat compared to someone who does like a non-long paragraph of a comment which I will never read. Because just for you to know, let's just say if you're a newcomer, which is understandable, just to let you know, I do not give a shit about social norms. I don't give a shit about popularity. All I care is the objective truth. Is it objectively good or is it objectively bad? And all that, etc., right? That's all I care about. But here's the thing, though. Here's the main problem when it comes to this. And it doesn't matter what I say to a certain extent for some people. People are emotional. People will make emotional arguments. They do not argue my points and all that. So instead of, coming to voice chat, think on the spot, and really articulate their points very well, and because they don't do that, because they have no point to argue with, they would just rather like write a long 9-long paragraph that they have spent about like 3 hours, and then they can just leave if they think they just, beat me or some shit. That's not how you win, man. So in cases of me shitposting on this one, in other words, you guys are a little bitch. You're a little pussy. You can simp and defend all you want, but you have nothing to compete me with.
You can't win! I feel nothing!
And keep this in mind, this is just basically, I'm basing this from my previous encounters with VTuber fans, the ones that, who are VTubers and reacted to my shit. And the majority of them, to a certain extent from what I've gathered, are not really good at this. So I'd rather sit on my golden throne and say, ha! Gay. Anyways, that is all for this video. You can check me on my socials and donations, and thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye, my brothers, and take care.
Rise up in the morning sun.